squadron commanders, my fellow chiefs, first sergeants, ladies and gentlemen of the Wolfpack, good afternoon. I'd like to start by thanking Colonel Kutze for officiating this ceremony. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, too, to Master Sergeant Rodriguez, Captain Cooper, Sergeant Penn, that was amazing. Staff Sergeant Trina, Airman First Class, I'm going to mess up your name, Becker, and everyone else who prepared this event. I know the size of the task, and I am grateful. Regardless of what the Colonel said, this is really only the second time I have ever been asked to prepare a speech and give a speech for an event. And I know Brink's Foreman because he knows that I have no clutch between my brain and my mouth. But I worked this one for you. The first speech I gave was here at the Wolfpack to welcome the newest airmen to the fold. The second one is this one, to say goodbye to the pack and to this tremendously rewarding way of life. Knowing that I'm leaving, something that has taken up most of my life, the question I'm asked most often lately is, how do you feel, Chief? Well, I'll tell you how I feel. Serene. Completely serene. I suppose it's the serenity of knowing I have done my bit, and now I may put down my steel sword and take my wooden one representing my release from the arena and go home. Hemingway called it making a separate peace. And it's a fine, fine feeling, and one I have not known often. What I do know are pictures. I love pictures. I take them, I study them, I manipulate them, I critique them, and there's one picture I have not seen enough of in my career. The elusive big picture. As in, you don't see the big picture. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe I am looking at it today, and if you don't mind, I'd like to capture it. That's the big picture. Let me describe it for you. The big picture is an image of a combat-loaded F-16 on a concrete ramp outside of a decaying hangar in a faraway land on the frontier of freedom. Gathered before that combat-loaded F-16 on a concrete ramp outside of a decaying hangar faraway land on the frontier of freedom is a band of volunteers, a random collection of Americans, the mighty and the lowly. Random Americans thrown together by fate, by chance, or by design to ensure that that combat-loaded F-16 on a concrete ramp in front of a decaying hangar in a faraway land on the frontier of freedom will forever be ready to defend something else in the picture. A beautiful piece of red, white, and blue cloth representing everything that is good and right and hopeful in the world, and flying over a collection of random American volunteers seated in a decaying hangar in front of a combat-loaded F-16 on a concrete ramp in a faraway land on the frontier of freedom. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the big picture. So thank you. Thank you all for coming and allowing me to close out my 30-year stroll through the minefield known as the military career. That